Disney's Star Wars, a range between peak media and downright horrible garbage. We really have it all in this current state of Star Wars. We can't help but to get excited to hear this character or that character is getting a show of their own. Ahsoka was no exception to this. A lot of people showed interest when they announced that Dave Filoni was going to write and direct some episodes of the new Ahsoka TV show, since he was the right-hand man of George Lucas. Funny thing about Dave Filoni though, he's quite the wild card when it comes to directing. Either he makes an outstanding episode, or he makes an episode where the plot doesn't really go anywhere, but it's hidden behind big cameos and references. So going into Ahsoka, pause, I was excited, while also being ready to get disappointed by the typical bad writing smeared with nostalgia that we've seen in previous Star Wars media. But to my relief, after watching all 8 episodes of Ahsoka, I was satisfied with what I just saw. Now, I've seen people already trying to say that Ahsoka is good, if not better, than Andor, to which I have to say, alright buddy, let's calm down here, alright? Sure, Ahsoka was a good show, but it's definitely not peak like Andor. But I'm getting besides the point here. Ahsoka is indeed a good show. Getting the character Ahsoka right in her own show was the most crucial thing the writers needed to get right, along with the other well-established characters that were first introduced in an animated format. Thankfully, they remained faithful to all the pre-existing characters in the show. You can say that, yeah, that's Ahsoka, or yeah, that's Sabine. Most of the newly introduced characters were really great as well. The highlights in that bit were definitely Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. Their introduction was great, and their presence kept growing on me while the plot continued to unravel. I really thought the master and apprentice dynamic between those two was really intriguing. The writing in general was really nice. There were some moments where a conversation between two characters went deep, and I was caught off guard by it. The show had a lot of good things to say in terms of themes or topics that could be applied to yourself. I definitely found myself thinking, damn, I haven't thought about it like that, as the conversation went on. Writing concerning the plot was solid. Definitely better than the shit we got from Kenobi or Boba Fett. Nothing felt forced or out of place whenever they had something new to add. It was a good, linear story that was told well. Speaking of adding new things to the plot, I thought the pacing was really good. Sure, there were some slow moments where the plot seemed like it wasn't going anywhere, but the majority of the time, the pacing felt just right. I was really surprised with how early they introduced key characters in the plot. I thought they would add this character or that character towards episode maybe 7 or 8, but thankfully, we see them a bit earlier than that. Pretty refreshing to not have to wait for something like that. I was also surprised with how amazing the costume design was in the show. I mean, don't get me wrong, the contacts they used to change the eye color was a bit jarring. Well, not a bit, it was jarring as hell. Okay, it was really bad. But I was more so very impressed with the armor design of some of the antagonists, especially in episodes 6 through 8. I won't talk about it in detail since it might reach into spoiler territory, but you have the Riggy assurance that once you see what I'm talking about, you'll be impressed as well. With the failures we've received over the years, it is refreshing to get a Star Wars show that tells a compelling story while balancing the callbacks and nostalgia. To a certain degree. Ahsoka, while only being 8 episodes long, is without a doubt that Star Wars show. I would recommend before watching Ahsoka that you watch all of Rebels, since there are a lot of characters and callbacks to that show. But beyond that, should you watch Ahsoka? As a Star Wars fan, absolutely. As a curious individual that wants to watch a good TV show? Sure. Why not? Let me know what y'all thought of Ahsoka down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all the next review. Goodbye, for now.